Hi, my name is Professor Stanfield, and I am your instructor for Chem 100 this semester. I know the schedule book says Woods. I got married a while ago, and I'm still working with HR to get my last name changed, but the correct name for me is Stanfield, not Woods. Let's take a look at our syllabus and our schedule, and then you can dive into the content for the course. All right, let me pull up our syllabus here. All righty, there we go. Okay, so again, I'm Jessica Stanfield. I am your instructor. This is Chem 100. Here's my office and my office hours. So my office hours will be on Tuesdays from 12:45 to 2:45. That's after a lab I teach. And on Thursdays from 12:45 to 1:45 after a lab I teach. The only exception is the first Thursday of every month. I do have meetings that I need to attend. And so I have to adjust my office hours just the first week of each month. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of info about the course here. We're going to use this textbook by Hein. We're going to use Wiley Plus for most of our homework. So that's an online homework system. And then you'll want something to write with and a non-programmable scientific calculator. You will be taking your exams in person at the testing center. And so I recommend that you bring your pencil with you so you can, write out and solve problems on scratch paper. And they will be checking to make sure that when you come in to take exams, you're using a non-programmable calculator. I highly recommend that that's what you do your homework and studying with. That way you're ready and know how to use your calculator for exams. The people in the testing center will not be able to show you how to use your calculator. I've had students that have walked into exams with brand new calculators. They've opened them up to sit and then sat down and taken the exam. And 10 minutes in, they're raising their hand. Professor, I don't know how to do this on my calculator because I've never used this calculator before. And I can't help in the middle of an exam. Okay, so make sure you know how to use your calculator. I can help you figure out how to use your calculator during the semester. All right. You do need to be participating in the course for an online course. Your attendance is counted as your Canvas views, and I do have you turn your notes in for the lecture videos. That way I know that you are quote unquote attending lecture. Okay. Don't cheat. Don't look answers up on the internet. Don't check it. Don't use AI. You must be doing your own work. And that's, if you think about it, you've got to learn the material. Let's say you're in this course because you want to be a nurse. Well, when you go take that NCLEX for your nursing certification, you won't be able to look stuff up. You got to know things. So this is a good opportunity to train yourself in studying and recall and all those things. Okay. If you have accommodations, let me know ASAP so that I can get those implemented. It's an online course, so we're going to use Canvas. You need to have a computer capable of connecting to the internet in order to go through all the work. Okay, our lectures are asynchronous, they're pre-recorded, they're all on Canvas, and they're all on my YouTube channel. So if you don't want to view stuff through your computer, you can log into YouTube on a smart TV and you can watch the lectures up on your TV as well. Please don't make comments on the YouTube videos if you have questions. I don't really check the YouTube comments very often because I focus on attending to my work emails. So make sure that you are checking or you are emailing me either through Canvas or through my work email if you have questions about the lecture videos. No guarantee that I will see your comment in a timely manner on YouTube. I am definitely not an active YouTuber. I use YouTube to post my lectures, and that's about it. Okay, keep up with the lectures. Each chapter you have to turn in notes, you'll be doing homework problems, and you'll be taking a quiz. Okay, and the lectures also coincide with the lab topics. So to keep up with those lectures, you're going to submit your lecture notes each chapter. I will be checking these. Okay, you need to make sure that you are actually watching the videos, taking notes on what I say, and solving the example problems. No example problems equals 0 credit on the notes. I expect to see the example problems solved, and I expect to see them solved in the manner that I have taught them. Okay. I'm looking for you to do them. You can do them on a separate sheet of paper. You can write them in a notes app on a tablet. You can download my slides and you can annotate the slides themselves. All right. Um, You can type your notes, but if you do, then you need to still show me proper dimensional analysis using equation editor, which is a pain in the butt. So I don't, I don't recommend you using that method. It's not okay to feed the lecture into ChatGPT and have AI generate random notes for you. I've had students do this. ChatGPT will generate things in the notes that we don't even teach in this course. So it's a dead giveaway. It's very, very easy to tell when a student has done this. You can't submit the YouTube auto transcript. These need to be your notes. You won't learn it if you don't actually pay attention to it. Submitting my blank slides with nothing written on them. I've had students try that before where they've just re-uploaded my same slides and wrote nothing on them. Okay. You need to solve the lecture notes. You can't hit the screenshot button and just to screenshot a picture of what I have written. You need to write the example problems. And you can't have, a random string of numbers serve as your example problems. I've seen that before too. I know what's in my lectures. I can tell when you have not watched them. Okay. You need to be keeping up with the lectures, so you need to be turning your notes in. All right, we're going to use Wiley Plus for our homework system. I've got it integrated into Canvas, so it's easy to launch and figure out where that is. There might be some additional assignments associated with various different chapters where appropriate, so keep an eye on Canvas for that. It's an online course, so we're going to use discussions each week. You need to respond to the prompt by Friday, and then you'll have the weekend to interact with your classmates. All right, we have quizzes at the end of every chapter, as well as a syllabus quiz. Okay, you get 2 opportunities on the chapter quizzes. I use a random number generator though, so make sure if you miss something on your first try that you study how to do the problem, because you will get new numbers on the second try. There's no late quizzes accepted because I need to be able to release the answers to everybody so that you can study from that. So quizzes are going to be due at 11:59 p.m. on Sunday nights. They'll lock at 12:05 a.m. There are no late quizzes. I do drop the lowest quiz from your score though. So if you do have a week where you missed a quiz, it's not going to negatively impact your grade. So you do have one missed quiz that I do drop. Okay. There will be 3 exams per the schedule. You're going to take your exams in the testing center on campus. It looks like we've got Tuesday to Saturday hours again for the testing center. We do have to sign up for appointments. So for each exam, what'll happen is the week before the exam, I will release an assignment where you need to make your appointment at the testing center, and then you submit to me on the assignment the day and time that you made your appointment. So I know that everybody has a valid appointment in order to take the exam at. Okay. On exams, I let you use a periodic table. So I provide one that you can print out. You have to use the one that I send you to print out, because when I program Canvas for the exams and I'm using molar masses from the periodic table, there's only a certain amount of tolerance I put in for the answer. So you need to use the same periodic table that I use to generate the questions. And so you will want to use those on the exams. And then I allow you to use one-sided page of notes on exams. So if there's formulas you want to write down or things like that, you can on your page of notes. At the end of the exam, I have the testing center collect all of your scratch paper, your periodic table, and your page of notes before you're allowed to leave the room. Okay. If you don't have access to a printer, I will have copies of the periodic table in my office. You can always stop by and get one during my office hours. And if you are taking the lab course, which you should, but I know some people in this district will take the lecture on one campus and the lab on another campus. If you're taking the lab on our campus, I'll make sure that there's copies of these periodic tables in the 100 lab classroom as well. Okay. And then the 3 exams will be 25 questions, and each question will be worth 4 points. I use a variety of different question types. The exams will be similar to the types of questions you'll see on the quizzes, because I write the quizzes as well. The final exam is cumulative. I take the questions for the final from the midterms that you take. And so again, random number generator. So after you take your midterms and as you're studying for the final, make sure you can go back and solve all of the problems, because if you see a similar problem on the final, it will be brand new numbers. Okay. The homework, and Wiley Plus system, We'll have a grace period of 2 days, but discussion boards, quizzes, and exams will not be accepted late. Okay, discussion boards are useless if you are submitting them after everybody else has. All right, so no late work on discussion boards, no late work on quizzes, and then again, no late work on exams. You'll have a 5 day period with which to schedule your exams, so you need to be able to take them during the exam period. All right, chemistry takes time. So, in lieu of having an in-person lecture, our lectures are online. That should take approximately 3-ish hours a week of your time. And then you're expected to spend 2 to 3 hours per each lecture hour outside of class studying, which means it's going to take you 6+ hours each week outside of watching the lecture videos to do your studying. Okay. It takes time to learn a subject. You have to engage with it. You can't just watch the lectures and be like, okay, cool. I've done everything I need to do to learn. Learning's a struggle. It should be a productive struggle where you work at it and you start to master the material, but you have to work at it. All of us that have degrees, we worked at it. I studied hours upon hours when I was a student. When I was learning nomenclature, I made little flashcards and I put them on a ring and I used to carry them in my pocket. We didn't have smartphones and apps and all that stuff when I was in school. And I would pull them out. I would go to dinner with my parents and I'd be like, "Here, mom, quiz me." And I did that for a lot of things. Like it takes time to really learn something. You really have to spend time engaging with the material. Okay? Don't wait until Sunday to begin the work for each week. You won't have time to finish it. I use a weighted averaging. So here's how it's broken down. 20% of your grade are quizzes, 40% is exams, the finals 20%, discussions are 5%, homework is 10%, and the notes that you turn in to me are 5% of your grade. We don't use a plus minus system in this district, and so here's the grading scale. So you need an 85% weighted average in order to get an A, 70% weighted average up to 84.9% gets you a B, so on and so forth. Okay, so I don't curve individual exams because there is a bit of a curve built into the grading scale of the course itself. Okay, our classroom is Canvas, so be respectful of everyone. When you make your discussion board posts, remember that I am reading them, your classmates are reading them. Please treat everybody with respect and kindness. Everybody in this course is trying to learn. All right, so this is a good learning environment. Treat everybody with respect. Remember that everybody has their goals that they're trying to reach, and this class is part of those goals. And so remember that when you make your posts. Okay? There are real people behind each keyboard and computer screen. I'm a real person. Your classmates are real people. All right, there's some other information about tutoring and learning objectives. Email, I will try to get to emails within 24 hours. If it's a weekday, if it's a weekend, you probably won't hear back from me until Monday because I work specific hours during the week. All right. Spring break, I will probably check my email once or twice, but don't expect me to be giving a 24-hour response time during spring break. Okay. We have all our student learning outcomes in here. And then, I enjoy teaching. I love what I do. I want students to learn. I want students to be successful. So if you're stuck, contact me. I can't help you if I don't know that you're having problems. If you wait till midway through the semester and, you know, are just like, I haven't understood this thing since day one, it's going to be much harder for me to help you. If you have something happen during the semester, extenuating circumstances happen. Like life happens. If something occurs and you just disappear on me, and then 3 weeks later you show back up and go, oh yeah, something happened. I'm back now. What I miss? I can't really help you. Please keep me in the loop. If I know something's going on, I am going to be much better equipped to try to help you figure out how we can get you through the course, or if this course just isn't going to work for you this semester. Okay, please talk to me. I want you to learn. I want you to be successful. All right, but we have to work together. You have to put the work in and communicate with me in order for me to also help you. Okay? All right, now we do have a schedule for the semester. All right, so let me bring that document up. All right. So here is our schedule. So you can see when the lectures, what we're going to do each week, the homework, the tests and quizzes, when spring break is. You can also follow along with this based on the due dates that are going to be put into Canvas. But familiarize yourself. You are responsible. Okay, you are responsible for understanding the syllabus and the schedule. My job is to deliver you the chemistry content. Your job is to engage with the material, study the material, learn the material, and keep up with the work in the class. All right. I can't schedule your life for you. All right. I do keep an extensive schedule. So, one of the things that helps me is I have planners, and within my planners, not only do I do my month at a glance, but I do, my weekly stuff as well so that I can keep up with everything. I have ADHD, so if I don't like make to-do lists and keep everything scheduled, I absolutely will be like, oh wait, I was supposed to do the thing. So, it's taken me years of trial and error to figure out what keeps me on track. The other thing I do is I have all of my schedules for all the classes I teach. I'm an adjunct. I teach in more than one district as well. They are printed out and they are taped to my wall. So I have a setup in my office. I've got a computer monitor this way. I've got a secondary monitor where my webcam is over here. And so on the wall over here, I have all of my schedules so that I can keep track of everything. And not just the course schedules. I actually print out the academic calendars for the districts I teach in, and I have those up as well so that I can keep track of which week we're in, when there's holidays, when there's breaks, and all sorts of those things. So to-do lists are my best friend. And then I have like packs of post-its that I keep around. And so I frequently will have post-its up in a few different places reminding me like, hey, don't forget the thing. So if you struggle with time management and with, keeping track of things, come talk to me either, over Zoom or in person in my office, because I have lots of different ideas of things that you can try to help keep yourself on track. If there's something out there that exists to help you keep yourself on track, I have probably tried it. And different things work for different people. So anyway, hopefully we have a great, successful semester together. And if you're in one of my labs, I will definitely get to meet you in person. If you are not in one of my labs and you're just taking the online class with me, please come to office hours. Or if you can't come to office hours, email me and see if you can schedule a meeting with me outside of office hours. I would love to meet you either physically in person or face to face over, a video on Zoom call. And get to know you a little bit and figure out, what your goals are and how we can get you through this class and help you be successful in reaching those goals. I love teaching. I've always wanted to teach. My mom's retired now, but she was a teacher. I grew up around education. And so this is my passion. I really enjoy it. So hopefully we have a good semester together. All right. Um, Next thing you should watch after you take the syllabus quiz is delving into our first chapter of material. Have a great semester, and I hope to talk to each one of you face to face in person.